Welcome back, dear student. This is my fourth video on the chapter Dad, the third chapter of your English literature book. So, we had already done how this is a story set in Mizoram and it is talking about our relationship between a father and a son. And now the father says that he feels very nice and at times a little confused to answer the questions, interesting yet complex questions asked by the son and how he handles them. Then he talks about how he is feeling blessed with the life that God has given him, a complete life where he has a wife, a nice son who's learning the virtues of life which they are teaching him, and how nice weather, they're talking to each other, they're having a nice bond with each other. And now let us begin with the next part, the one who always writes. Puya had a particular trait unique from his friends, which was his obsession for writing and scribbling on anything, with anything. Even if a pen and paper was not available, he would write with anything available, or writing about anything that came to mind. On anything, our walls, windows, mirrors were always filled with his handiwork. So children, they have this habit of scribbling and writing on the walls, on mirrors, on tables, on anything they get, with color, with pencil, with pen. So this boy also, this young boy also had this habit of writing, quality, trait is quality of writing anything and anywhere. And his father felt that his child in this case was a little more unique, because children do have a habit of doing so, but he had this special quality. He used to write just for everything. He had this obsession, this extreme desire for doing something is obsession, and scribbling is just writing figures, making figures. So just anything on anywhere, and the examples could be seen on the windows, walls, mirrors of their house. One time he was loitering around in the kitchen where his mother was stitching. He picked up a fallen needle and started to write. My name is on the fridge when I spotted him. I called him inside our bedroom and started reprimanding him. So, one day what was happening was loitering is just uselessly roaming around here and there without any reason and purpose is loitering, just lazy walk around the kitchen, and there the mother was sitting and stitching something, and maybe there a needle had fallen down, so he just took that needle and he started writing on the fridge, and he had just written my name is, when the father, the narrator, saw him writing and he spotted him, means he saw him doing that. He called him inside the bedroom and he started reprimanding me, scolding him that why he was doing so. And why did you think he was scolding him? To tell him that this was not correct, that this was not the actual place to write, because this would you can say destroy the beauty of the fridge. The paint would be go bad. A needle is not for stitching. A needle is for stitching, not to write something on the fridge. The wall of the fridge are painted. If we write something with a needle, it will leave a scratch and we will have to buy a new paint to repaint it. He looked straight at me while I was speaking. I told him that every tool had its specific purpose and that he should not repeat what he had done. And after that, I noticed that the writings on the walls and the other surface slowly started to decrease. So now the father, he called him and he started scolding him, and he told him that the work of a needle, the purpose of a needle is to stitch. It is not meant for writing, because if you if you keep writing on the fridge with a needle, it will lead to a scratch on the fridge, and the whole paint, the fridge had to be repainted. And then he saw that the boy was very you can say, keenly watching his father while he was speaking and trying to figure out what his father was telling. Maybe he was understanding things. And he told the father, the narrator told his son that he should not repeat it, and every tool has a specific function, purpose. So then he saw the father that slowly this boy, he had stopped writing just everywhere and anywhere with anything. So means this bad habit of his, or you can say a unique habit as he calls it, had started decreasing. Now he has learnt yet another lesson of writing something which and somewhere which is apt and not just anywhere. Now, a decade later, means decade is a 10-year period. One morning, suddenly the words that I had used to counsel my son years ago rang loudly in my ears. Counsel is, he was advising, he was teaching, he was telling something to his son. And now, after 10 years, the same words that he has said to him were told to him, were said by his son to him. How? Let us know. Our fellow human beings and anything that has life are made to be loved. Every tool has its specific use. A needle should be used to stitch clothes. It is not made for writing things on the fridge. The walls of the fridge are all painted. If you use a needle against it, it will leave scratches and we will need to buy new paint to repaint it. So same words what his father has once told him as an advice, same words he could see, he could hear his son speaking. And then what happens? This was immediately followed by my son's voice. Dad, how much does the paint cost? I smiled and cried at the same time, wondering whether he ever thought of those times in his faraway land. So now his son was not with him. He was in some faraway land. But this father is smiling and at the same time crying, because he is wondering, he is thinking, he is happy that his son remembers whatever he has taught his son, and crying out of happiness that he still remembers the virtues, the things, the lessons that he has taught to his son. And he was feeling very, very, you can say, he was reflecting on whatever he has told to his son, that the son is still trying to change his, trying to keep up to those teachings and to those things that has been taught by the father to his son. So he feels very, very, you can see, it was kind of a response that his son is still mindful about what all he had learned from his father. So he was feeling very nice and he was crying for the very same reason and feeling for the same very reason. So this story ends here. Please go through the story. I'll be sending you the question and answers. Please copy them neatly in your notebook. Read the story, learn the spellings and the word meanings, and try to understand the emotions that a parent and a son, the parents share with their children, and how tough it is to raise them to become good individuals in life. Thank you.